My name is Ryan Mitchell, and when I was 19, I chose to become a Catholic. My family wasn't Catholic or Christian or anything like that growing up, but the summer before grade 6, they built a Catholic school in the town that I'm from. So we got put into Catholic school, myself and my two sisters. I went there having never talked or heard or learned about Jesus or anything like that ever before. So everything was really foreign. Even like a crucifix on the wall was brand new to me. I had no idea who that was. I just thought it was like some kid who didn't do his math homework or something, and they like put him on the wall and nailed him to a giant plus sign. Was really confused. But what I figured I would do was just blend in, do what everyone else did, and I would be totally fine. Up until the summer before grade 9, I was invited to a Catholic summer camp by my guitar teacher at the time. She was like, "You should come to this camp, it's awesome." And I was like, "What does your camp have that I don't have at home?" And she was like, "Tons of pretty grade 9 girls." And I was like, "Let's go." So I went to this awesome camp, and something they did at the camp was they would take moments, beyond the games and the music and all the fun that you would have. They would take time to sit, and someone would come up and they would share for 15 or 20 minutes about the life of Jesus, or about the teachings of the church, or about the sacraments, or about the Bible, or whatever it was. And most of the time I would just sit and pretend to listen. But there was one guy who came up and he was sharing about how when he was in high school, he thought he had it all. But even though he thought he had everything, sometimes it just felt like he had nothing. And that really resonated for me, because when I was in grade 8, grade 9, it really did feel like life was pretty easy. I had the girl, and I had the sports, and I had the friends, and I had the family, and things weren't terrible. My life was actually pretty okay. But every once in a while, it just felt like I had nothing. So he went on to say that you weren't made for this world. You were made by God, for God. And so as I went home, I remember as I would struggle through those evenings of laying in my bed every once in a while, kind of thinking like, is this really it? Is this really what I was made for? Because I just feel empty. Like I have everything I'm supposed to want, but there's this feeling like there's supposed to be something more. I remembered back to that speaker that I wasn't made to be satisfied by this world. I was made by God, for God. And so in that moment, I decided I would try to pray. I didn't really know what to say. It was kind of just the beginning of, thanks for pretty girls and pizza pops, and help me win my basketball game tomorrow. But it was the beginning of a transformation. I made friendships at camp that encouraged me to keep praying. And I started to realize I was having less and less of those nights where I would wonder, is this really it? Is this really as good as it gets? I was 19, signed up for a program called RCIA. Which is you meet once a week and you get the chance to ask questions. Finally, I had the opportunity and the courage to be like, who's the dead dude, and why are we happy that he's dead, and why do we eat him on Sundays? And had the chance to ask questions and learn about the Catholic faith. And at the end of it, I made the decision, you know what, like my life, the quality of my life is significantly improved since I started praying each day, and since I started diving deep into this faith and learning about who Jesus was. And so I made the decision to place him at the center of my life. I was baptized Easter of 2012, and it was very transformative for me. Since then, I've been doing ministry and just sharing this transformative thing, this moment that happened in my life that completely flipped it upside down. It's not like I've got more things that I love even more, or like I was in ruins and now my life is complete. But now there's a sense of purpose, and now I don't stay up at night wondering, there's got to be something more. There's got to be something that's meant to fulfill me. Because I remember that I wasn't made for this world. I was made by God, for God.